Boom, baby, boom! Rise and shine! It's your morning marijuana motivation time. I'm your host with the mostest, Marky Saint. This is Saint's Addiction. This is your shine. Every morning you wake up, every day you're alive, and I remind you how blessed it is to be alive. I remind myself how blessed it is to be alive, to have this sun on my back and this shine in my soul. You already know what time it is. It's the motivation time. Let's get some mota in here. Every morning I get up and I talk about our mental health, mental wealth, and physical wealth to improve our lives, mine and yours included. And the only way we're going to do that is by making a change, finding a new happiness. And then you got Saints Addiction. Somebody cue the intro. Make me look smooth because I'm so shiny. Come on, Sean. Come on. There we go. There we go. Rise and shine. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. In Burning Man language, we say if it isn't a fuck yeah, it's a hell no. And I'm saying fuck yeah to my happiness. Every morning I rise and shine, man. I'm so happy right now. It's like the sun is participating in my halo. You know what I mean? And every morning I'm getting better and better at it. Like I feel physically better. My business gets better. My mentality gets better. And that's what I thought about this morning. I said, where are people sourcing their happiness? Now, for the longest time, I thought a Corona chilled with a lime, salt on the rim, Patron shot silver, chilled, and a line of blow was my happiness. And I quickly found out that I was totally sabotaging myself, not only my sabotage, but my level of happiness. And that's what I wanted to talk to everyone about this morning was the level of happiness and where do you source your happy. So I'm getting at it. I get at it by a lot of chicks. It's whatever. It's cool. But this chick literally had a cigarette in her hand and a drink in the other. And I said, we have nothing in common. It is not from a judgmental sake. It wasn't that way at all. In fact, what it was just this person is so sourcing her dopamine through alcohol. She's sourcing her dopamine through cigarettes. And most of us don't know how we are swallowing or sourcing our happiness. So let me break it down to you for you. Serotonin, dopamine, endorphins, oxytocin, all these are chemicals inside of our brains to make us feel a certain type of way, a certain type of happy. Now, dopamine is known for having a big curve, right? Dopamine's been known to be very curvaceous and it takes a while to get to the other side. Now, other people that take cocaine like this, now all of a sudden you're on a really steep hill with a really steep decline. This is your challenge when you're sourcing your dopamine or your happiness from a different drug. Now, as we talk about Saints Addiction, I've tried all the drugs. I have no problem trying drugs. I have a problem with the amount of happiness I got back from the drugs. And that is something that most addicts don't talk about, or people in general don't talk about, is where they source their happy from. Now, most people, they'll tell you, I get it from my kids, and that's an awesome natural source. Children are an awesome natural source of happiness. That's why I love kids, because they don't have bills. They don't have excuses, and they only know how to pretend in happy form instead of us predicting negative versions, right? Thank you, Crow, of our lives. And this happens with all of us, right? We'll go, oh no, I won't be able to pay this bill, where a kid thinks everything's possible, and they literally find possible in impossible. So that's up to us, right? That's not going to get done for us. We have to do it ourselves. Oh, before my nose starts running some more, I wanted to talk to you about your sourcing. Now, I would source it anywhere I could, 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. As long as I was getting my happiness from something, I was okay with harming my body. I was okay with the time. I was okay with the cost. Now, before you pile $200 into your next 8-ball of cocaine, I would suggest to you to find something to spend that $200 on. And I didn't say save it. I said spend it. And here's what I did yesterday. A bunch of free fun, man. I went to the Pinball Hall of Fame. Only spent $5 for a fucking hour. I went to see the movie Dune. $10 for a movie. I'm literally under $20, and then probably 10 more for my sandwich over at Whole Foods. But literally everything I did was healthy, happy, and beneficial to me as a human being, right? For my calm inside, for less anxiety, for more shine. This is the question, though. To be this shiny, you will have to find different sources of happiness. You will have to find stuff within yourself to get and replicate these other, I don't want to call them drugs, but the chemicals in our brain. So everyone has the same chemical compounds in their brains. We wouldn't have any receptors to cannabinoids if our moms didn't have it inside our milk when we were kids to keep us calm. It's a natural source. I'm getting my happiness from natural source. Now, mind you, I'm already happy as fuck. I really don't need any more happiness. I really just want to be calm inside so I can talk to the left and right hemispheres of my brain consistently on a regular basis so those two things can communicate. Now, here's what happens. When we source it from a synthetic source, right, the calm down is way harder. There is no way to replicate what's going on with a methamphetamine addict, right? When their head's on spun, and we call it spun around here, their brains can't source it from another source. And that is a very difficult thing to do. Now you're talking about saints addiction. Now we're talking about literally switching from chemical drugs and finding it in physical form inside of ourselves. What a concept. For us to turn a negative into a positive. For us to find light in the darkness. How awesome is that? Here's what I did. I started a business. Here it is right now, Saints Addiction. I said, look, if I could stop people's pages from social media, I can post about my business. If I can screenshot a design I like, then I can make a design. And if I can snort cocaine and stay up all night, then I can eat fresh fruits and stay up all night for my business. Then that'll be the correct decision for me, right? And each one of us is going to have to find a correct version for ourselves. So that's what I want for you. I want you to find it within yourself this morning, this Monday motivation time, and say to yourself, what's going to really make me happy? Deep down inside happy. Here. Deep down inside the heart happy. How do I stay happy truly without having to run to a cigarette to be a slave to my cigarette, or to run to alcohol and be a slave to my bartender or the local bar, without losing my health, my hair, my skin, my youth? What can I do to find it? And I'll give you some quick suggestions. Most people, they go hiking. Believe it or not, it's a huge activity because it gives you the endorphins. Running, walking, all give you the same endorphins that make you feel super happy. Here's number 2, working out. I love this one because it lets me let out my frustrations. When I have a lot of anxiety or I feel like things aren't going right, I get to push the world down. That's right. Chuck Norris doesn't do push-ups. He pushes the world down. And you can push your problems down too by turning them into challenges and working out your physical body instead of destroying your mental body. And that's what I feel a lot of people do, especially when they're stressed, right? First thing we do is we self-sabotage. And that's something I didn't want us to do, is lose our progress. And the only way to do that is to find alternatives. And that's what I want you to do. This is a healthy alternative to drugs. This is a healthy alternative to negativity. This is shine. This is pure love. And my last but not least, giving, right? You haven't done anything beyond you in a long time. And I know it. Most people are super selfish and they're only worried about themselves. What's their next outfit, not who's eating around them, right? So here's my point. Why haven't you given to someone else so you can be given to? That's part of Saints Giving right here below. You got to give over take. If you want something out of life, if you truly want somebody to love you, you got to be loving too. You got to be doing something of service to someone else to receive this kind of energy and light for yourself. So stop being needy and start being giving, right? Go be the type of person that gives what they want to receive, and then tell me how that light feels on the back of your head when you get up early in the morning and you shine. On my heart from the start, your boy Marky Saints Addiction, peace and love, and as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever and finish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for your time. Thank you for shining with me this morning. Go be blessed. That's what we do as Saints. Saints brand, I'm out. Peace and love.